screen, bamboozle the screen. The agenda today is always the same. You are here to be bamboozled, Bakanga style.
True, man. True. I've been listening to your thing, and I realize I kind of agree with everything what you say, But in Jamaica, not much people agree with that still.
I hear you, brother. Of course, there's going to be opposition, right? Not everybody is going to agree or understand. They have to understand before they can even agree.
Yeah, man. Like you are one of the no, well, you're the second person I actually ever hear where it's like we have the similar meds towards. Yeah, man. For real, man.
Thank you very much, brother. I'll be taking questions, okay? I appreciate you. I appreciate your
All
support.
right. So
Yes, sir.
yeah, man. Bless up. Yeah, man. Have a blessed day, man.
You
Blessings,
too.
man.
You
Yeah.
too. Ask me your question. Go directly, please. Ask me your question. If you don't have a question, say hello and then give room to the next person.
All right. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. What's your question for me?
All right. I'm Martins from Nigeria. Please, I just have a very simple question. Like, if you say there is no God, can you explain the existence of everything? Like, you know, like scientists say from the Big Bang, the cause of the Big Bang. How this world came to exist. Because in everything, I believe there is a cause.
So let me ask you a question.
Okay.
If I tell you something, how will you know that what I said is true?
We prove.
Yes,
You have to prove it to me.
even if I provide proof, how will you know it's true?
I will know if the proof is convenient. Like if the proof can convince me to believe that it's
Oh,
true, I'll
what if I
believe it.
provide proof, but the proof cannot convince you? Then it means that what I said is not true.
Yeah, I will still not believe it until I get very
Okay,
convinced.
why does it
Like,
matter? Why should it matter to me if you believe what I say?
well, it doesn't really matter. But you are trying to like convince us or like
Yeah,
make
no,
us understand that there is no God.
what's the
I
definition of the
totally-
word? What's the definition of the word convince? Can you convince a person who refuses to be convinced?
No, of course not.
Can you convince
No.
a dishonest person?
Mm, somehow,
Okay. Are you an honest person?
no, I'm not honest.
So you like to lie.
I'm not.
You like to lie to make yourself look good.
Not like I like to lie,
No,
but
no, I'm just
no one is
asking.
perfect.
Do you like to lie to make yourself look good?
When it's necessary to
Okay,
lie.
good. This is what I'm going to tell you. Where the world comes from doesn't matter as much as where the world is. The world is right here, right now. What you can do in your life today cannot be affected based on what you know about where the world came from. You don't need to imagine anything about the world, where the world came from. You need to be conscious of where the world is. What the world is where the world came from. The world is here. It came from here. It will always be here. That's the real truth. Unless you can travel through time. Anything else that anybody tell you is just a story, bro. That's what I'm telling you. It doesn't matter how much proof I give to you. The fact
No,
that
like to me personally, you understand, from the perspective the Christians are seeing God, I don't really believe that. You understand? But I believe there is a supreme being that might cause the
listen.
existence of time.
And it's the same problem. I'm telling you, bro. If you want to begin to talk about things that happen in a time when we don't have access to that time anymore, you'll be confused forever. You'll be into eternal confusion. You'll become an eternally confused being. Because truth can only be investigated in the present. Hence, I told you, when it comes to the world originates in the present. The present is the origin because the present is the point of observation. The world did not originate in the past. This world, you can only ask if this world is here because you are here and the world is here. Here is where it begins. This is where the world started, right here, right now. Right here, right now is the beginning point. The ending point,
I don't think
listen, the ending point is in what comes after here. If you are still here, then that is the new here. You see, now, if you want to think about a past that has gone, brother, you can tell yourself 10 million stories. You will never arrive at the truth. Because it's impossible to travel back in time. It's impossible to know what happened in the past if you are not there. Period. Period, bro. It's not.
I think
It's
but I think that's enough reason for you to believe that there is something, there is a cause, there is a supreme power, maybe
brother,
somehow in the
brother.
past that caused the
If the,
existence of
is
man.
your brain really that gullible that you think that it has to be a supreme power, bro? It could be an inferior power. It could be an equal power. It could be no
Whatever it
power.
is, the power is very, 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 very strong. So of
No,
course
it
the
doesn't have to be very strong. That's not how it works. Have you ever heard of a domino effect?
nope.
Okay.
Can you explain that? Yeah,
A
I want
domino
to
effect is that it only takes a small flame of fire to burn down an entire forest. You know, if you come to the forest and you see the whole forest burning, you would think to yourself that maybe some god from heaven poured fire on the whole forest. When in reality, the fire started just because one stone hit another stone and there was a spark, a small spark that started this big fire. Don't you see that this world is contagion? You said there's a cause. Do you know how small the original cause will have to have been? Do you know just how minuscule, especially when we have observed that we have things as cell, we have things as atoms. So you don't build a whole house from the build house itself. If someone created the world, they had to create atoms first. So
it
so
doesn't
if
have to.
if huh?
I don't think you have to. Like it
Hold on,
must
hold on,
start
hold on,
from
hold on,
small.
hold on, hold on, hold on. You don't think that if someone created the world, they would have first have to create atoms?
No, no.
What would they have to create first?
It does. I don't think it works the way you're seeing it. Like
No, no,
kind
I'm
of
asking you. I'm asking you. No, no, bro. If they had to create the world, what would they create first before atoms? Tell me what.
Well, if there is a supreme being that caused the existence, I don't think it should come from atom.
Brother,
It should
so
start from start with
what did
creating
the
atom.
supreme being create before he created atoms? Tell me, what did he create before he created atoms?
A very confusing question, though. But
Bro, it's not confusing question. Let me
honestly,
let me help you understand because I think your brain is disconnected from reality. So I will bring you back into reality. Brother, atoms are like blocks, bricks.
I know, I know, I know,
Uh-huh.
I
You
know.
cannot build a house until you mold the bricks. Do you understand?
But I don't think the way is the way you're seeing it, too.
Brother,
Because if the person have to
listen
like
to me,
create
listen to
atom,
me.
it
You
will take a
cannot
lot of
build
work
a
to make the
house
universe.
unless you mold the bricks. Do you understand?
Yeah, yeah,
So
I
don't
understand.
ask where the world came from. Ask where the atoms come from. Don't try to figure out how the world was made. First, figure out how atoms were made. Why do you think the white man built an atomic bomb? Because he already understood that a long time ago. You are the one who doesn't know anything. That's why you're not making any things. Bro, they made the atomic bomb because they were investigating reality. You want to go to the smallest existential particle and understand how that small thing was made. If you understand how that small thing was made, then you can put it together in different ways to make other things. That is just common sense, my friend. How many African countries have atomic bombs? Because you and your grandfather, you are there thinking that is a supreme being that made the world. You don't understand that you're supposed to start from atoms. You want to start from when you want to solve a problem, and you don't start with the most difficult part of the problem. You want to solve the simple parts of the problem, and by solving those simple part of the problem, you will take a lot. You will solve a lot of the difficult part of the problem. Because sometimes what makes a problem difficult is the small things around it. That's common sense now, bro. That's called critical thinking. I know you have critical thinking. That
So
is-
you still haven't given me a clear explanation. You just trying to convince me that atom just came from. Okay, let's just say someone made the atom. Like someone has to
Okay,
start from
okay, hold on,
atom
hold on,
before
bro.
it makes the
Hold on, hold on,
universe.
hold on, hold on. I know your problem. So you're saying that you believe that a supreme being made everything, right?
There must be a supreme power or some kind of energy that created the existence of time, like caused the
So let me
existence
ask
of
you,
time.
who caused that energy? Where that energy come from?
That is what I should refer to as God.
Yeah, but where did God come from? You said to me that there must be a cause. There must be a cause. There must be a supreme energy. So now I'm asking you
Yeah,
this. So listen. Where did the supreme energy come from?
if the universe has a cause, what cause it doesn't have to, also have a cause. You understand? Because that will lead us to
Brother,
a
hold on,
question
hold on,
of
hold on, hold on,
asking
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on.
where.
So you're saying what caused the universe doesn't need to have a cause?
Yeah,
Where did it come from?
it exists on its own.
Bro,
Or maybe some have.
why can your brain not understand that I'm telling you that that's not actually the universe? That's how the world is. This world exists on its own. That's your problem. You are taking things that apply to the world and applying it to your imagination. You stop worrying about where the world came from. Worry about where the world is. This world is right here, right now. It's always right here, right now. It's not going to be not here. It's right here, right now. You are taking the qualities of the world and you are applying it to your imagination and your lack of understanding. The world was not created. The world is what was not created. Nothing is really created. Things are just transforming themselves from one state to another. So what you are witnessing is the changes that occur in the spectrum of all things that are, that have always been and would always be. That's what you're observing. There's no origin per se. The origin is the present, right here, right now, the point of observation. Why is that so difficult for you to understand, my brother? Why does your brain always navigate towards it has to be a supreme being, and then you say, oh well, everything needs to have a cause, and then I ask you where the supreme being came from, and then you're trying now to convince me that the supreme being has no cause, brother. That's a bombastic contradiction. That is mental confusion, huh?
Okay.
You see, my brother, stop imagining things that are beyond your ability to make practical. I told you, you are right here, right now in this world. Focus on what you can do right here, right now. Now, if you're going to imagine things that happened in a time when you were not there, be careful lest you get caught up in it and it begins to affect your ability to function in the present. The present is the beginning. The beginning is right here, right now. The moment you begin to think, that's the present. Something cannot begin from a place where you cannot see. You only know it began the moment you begin to imagine it. Thank you for your time, bro.
You're welcome.
Anybody, come up here. I will bamboozle your mind. I will relocate your imagination into the land of fiction. Come forth to Bakanga land, and you will be re-educated. This is the Reeducation Center, the Bakangalization zone.
Okay, my brother. I've been listening to you for a long time now, and I just got one question for you.
Go ahead.
So there's no God. I can. There's some kind of I don't know, but what is your what is them? How are we here? Tell me, how are we here? How do we even exist if there's nothing that created us? You
Okay.
say everything was there and everything existed and always has been and always will be, but it had to something had to start. This had to start somewhere. What do you
It
feel like
starts.
it
It
started
starts
at?
right here.
Oh, it can't start right here because there's people that came before me.
Where?
My grandmama came before me.
Where your grandma at?
She's dead now, but she came
Yeah, yeah,
before
yeah,
me.
yeah, yeah. But
So there's so it
hold
can't
on, hold on,
start
hold
right
on, hold
here,
on.
right now.
She is dead, but where is she?
Wherever her existence, wherever I don't know, wherever the
No,
existence
no,
goes
no.
from
She's
here,
nowhere. Are you trying to say that thing? Hold on,
somewhere.
hold on, hold on, hold on. Your grandmother is nowhere. Because
She's somewhere.
you cannot point a specific place and
She
give me
just
the name of
not
the
no
location.
earthly where.
Tell me the location where your grandmother is.
Man, I just told you I don't know none of that
Okay,
stuff.
because she's
Right?
nowhere.
What my question is this existence of people, period, started somewhere.
No, yes, and that somewhere is right here.
It wasn't just a whole no. It wasn't just a whole bunch of people already just here on earth
Yes, it
and stuff.
is. Yes,
It
it is.
started to
Bro, that's actually what you're experiencing.
no, that's not what I'm
Okay, hold on, hold on.
experiencing.
Let me
I'm
help you out. Let me
experiencing
help you.
people that
Let me
have
help
been
you out.
born.
How do you know that you're right here?
because I'm sitting here. I'm aware of myself
How do you know that you're aware of yourself?
because my mind, my actions, and every feeling and everything I touch lets me know that I'm
That
here.
is how you know that everything begins right
Everything I
here.
touch, everything I see, everything I
Listen,
do.
listen. That is how you know that you're right
But how
here.
can it begin right here?
Because if you did not, if
But
you would,
how can it
bro,
begin right?
because without right here, you wouldn't even be able
This
to
is
ask
not
the
where it
question.
began at.
Hold on,
It's
check this
not
out,
with
bro.
me. I'm
Without
not the
being right
beginning.
here, right? Without being right here, you wouldn't even be able to ask the question, where did it begin? So everything begins by first being here. You first got to be present before you can even ask the
Okay,
question.
that's where I myself, me, I began right here. Now
Brother,
this whole
everything,
existence
everything
of
begins
people,
right here.
period.
Before you can even
Where
ask the
does that
question,
begin
you
at?
got to be
Is the
present.
question.
Bro, everything begins in the present. Without even being present, you can't even begin to ask. So,
Okay, so
so the
where
only
did
real
the
time,
present
bro,
of the people that came before me
the only real
come
time,
from?
the only real time is right here, right now, is now. The only real time is now. Now
But
is the
we're
only
not
time that there is.
saying we now you thinking of time, and but what I'm saying is before me there was others.
There's no before you.
Where did
There's
the
no
others didn't start right now?
there is no before you.
Yes, plenty came before me.
No.
So I've just been here forever.
Yes. You're right here. You're right here, right now. If you're no longer right here, right now, you don't exist anymore. Anything that's not here doesn't exist. So you don't have to worry about the beginning of things that don't exist, bro.
It doesn't exist.
Listen, bro,
It doesn't
you don't
exist
have to worry about the
now.
beginning
It
of
doesn't
things
exist
that don't
now,
exist.
but it had existed when it existed. It
Bro,
doesn't
something that
exist now,
existed. Bro,
but it
check this out.
existed when it existed.
That's what I'm trying to tell you
So you're saying
now.
your mother or grandmother, your great grandpeople, they did not exist because they're
Bro,
not here
they
now?
don't exist. Because what matters is right here, right now. That's why I told you the only real time is right here, right now. What is not
Is
right
that
here, right now doesn't
is that what
exist.
you're telling me?
Existence, bro. Existence cannot be real unless it's
We're not.
present.
I'm not asking you about what matters. You said there's no God. I said okay, but where the existence of us, people, humans, everybody that came before you, everybody that's going to come after you, where did the existence? Where was the start, the focal point, the number one?
It starts right here.
If there's no God, no creator, oh man,
Bro,
it
bro,
can't be
bro,
right here
bro.
because
Listen, listen,
right
listen,
here, right
listen,
now,
listen.
the people that came before me is not
Listen,
here right
listen,
now with
bro.
me.
Hold up, bro. Would you even know that anyone came before you if you were not right here, right now, thinking about it? If you didn't first think about it right here, right now?
Yeah, I wouldn't know if
Okay,
because right
good.
now I'm
No,
thinking about it,
bro.
but
It begins with right
20,
here, right
20
now,
years
bro.
ago,
Bro,
20
if you
years
can,
ago, I didn't think about it.
bro, 12 years ago is
20
not
years ago, I
real.
didn't think about it.
12 years ago doesn't exist anymore. What the only thing that exists is right here, right now. Anything that is not right here, right now is not real, bro. It's like talking about Superman. It's like talking about fictional shit. People who are dead don't exist anymore. People who have not been born don't exist anymore. We don't sit and argue about people who have not yet been born.
They don't exist here. They don't exist here.
Bro,
They don't exist
but there is
here.
nowhere else but here. Here is the only place that there is. There's nowhere else. Where else is there?
Why not?
Okay, tell
Why
me.
isn't there
No, no, tell me.
anywhere else?
Where else is it?
This was the only place that was ever made.
Bro, this place
Earth
wasn't made. This place is
is the
present
only
and
place
continuous.
that was ever made.
This
The
place,
only place that ever
bro,
existed.
this place was not made. Stop thinking like that. This place is. It simply is. It's not made, manufactured, fabricated. It simply is. It's present. That's it. Right here, right now.
I'm not saying it. So before, right
Bro, there
here
is no
and right
before and
now,
there is no
nothing
after.
existed. So
There-
yesterday,
bro,
yesterday, wait a minute. Yesterday, nothing existed.
bro,
Yesterday, nothing was here
bro,
because right now is right now. Today,
bro.
yesterday, nothing was here. Nothing existed. Is what you're telling me?
Yesterday has died. It doesn't exist anymore. Yesterday is not here. Is yesterday here right now?
It doesn't exist now, but it
Yes,
existed then.
exactly. And
It
if it's
doesn't
not,
exist now, but it
no,
existed then.
but it doesn't matter if it existed then. If it's not in the now, it doesn't exist. Anything which is not in the now is the reality of what is true. What's true can only be true in the now. If something was true 100 years ago and is no longer true right now, then it's not
So
true.
in my mind, nothing exists. So in my brain, and all these electrons is going through my brain, uh, yesterday is not can't be in my thoughts. But if I think about
Yesterday
it,
is just
it's
an idea.
existing
Yes,
in my thoughts
yesterday is
today.
just an idea full of stories. What matters is
But
right
it's
here.
existing in my thoughts today.
No, it doesn't exist in your thoughts. What exists in your thoughts is right here, right now.
Why not? If I think about it, if I think
But you
about it,
can
it's
only think
existing
about
in
it.
my thoughts.
But you can